Whoopi Goldberg continues to be scrutinized for a reported history of remarks she has made about Jewish people following her suspension from The View this week. In 1993, the Sister Act star, whose real name is Caryn Johnson, submitted a recipe called Jewish American Princess Fried Chicken for a charity cookbook, according to the Daily Mail. The outlet reported Friday that Goldberg's recipe entry for the Cooking in the Litchfield Hills cookbook featured a step-by-step process for creating the dish with off-color anecdotes in jest. Send chauffeur to your favorite butcher shop for the chicken, save the brown paper bag, Goldberg's recipe reportedly says. Have your cook 1. Melt equal parts oil and butter 3/4 deep in skillet over moderate heat. 2. Put flour, seasoned with remaining ingredients, into brown paper bag. 3. Rinse chicken parts and place in bag. Then you tightly close top of bag, watch your nails, and shake 10 times. Hand bag to cook, go dress for dinner. While you dress, have cook preheat oven to 350 degrees and brown chicken slowly in skillet. When evenly browned, have cook place chicken in dish in oven. Have cook prepare rest of meal while you touch up your makeup. In about half an hour, voila. Dinner is served. You must be exhausted, Goldberg's recipe concludes. A representative for Goldberg did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for comment. The Connecticut cookbook also featured entries that included the likes of Diane Sawyer's roasted potato skins with scallion dip, the late Eartha Kitt's summer zucchini soup with nasturtium blossoms, Oscar de la Renta's fresh pumpkin and crab soup, former U.S. Senator Joe Lieberman's noodle pudding and fashion designer Diane Von Furstenberg's sour cream stuffed chicken with new potatoes. Goldberg's recipe was met with intense backlash at the time by the Anti-Defamation League, which labeled it insulting and anti-Semitic. It's a lousy recipe with insensitive and anti-Semitic ingredients, the organization, helmed by its National Director Abraham Foxman, fumed at the time. Whoopi should know better. She needs some sensitivity training, unfortunately. The good people who published it need some sensitivity training too. The Daily Mail further reported that Goldberg's agent at the time, Brad Cafarelli, came out in strong defense of his client when it all went down, stating, "Maybe the critics are not aware that Whoopi is Jewish, so she is certainly not anti-Semitic." The 66-year-old Goldberg has gone on record in many instances owning her Jewish heritage and that her recipe was designed and written with comedy as the basis of its foundation. Video. She gave a similar account to the Orlando Sentinel in 1994 when she said she does not openly practice any religion. "I am a Jewish American princess," she told the newspaper. "That's probably what bothers people most. It's not my problem people are uncomfortable with the fact that I'm Jewish." 3 years later, in a 1997 interview with Playbill, Goldberg reportedly doubled down on her heritage claims. "My family is Jewish, Buddhist, Baptist and Catholic, none of which I subscribe to, by the way, as I don't believe in man-made religions," she explained, adding that she adopted the stage last name Goldberg from a Jewish ancestor. Following the vitriol she received after her remarks on The View, Goldberg issued an apology and later said during an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert that she was very upset that people misunderstood her arguments surrounding the ideology of Jewish faith and its dichotomy to how race is perceived. "I understand," she said. "I felt differently. I respect everything everyone is saying to me and I don't want to fake apologize. I'm very upset that people misunderstood what I was saying. It upset a lot of people, which was never, ever, ever, ever my intention. I thought we were having a discussion." As a black woman, Goldberg explained that her perception of race is based on skin color, but it's become apparent to her that people feel very differently. "I think of race as being something that I can see," she said. "So, I see you and I know what race you are. In an effort to express her own feelings about the mass genocide that killed 6 million Jews, Goldberg positioned the tragedy as man's inhumanity to man instead of racism. This wasn't based on the skin, she said. You couldn't tell who was Jewish. They had to delve deeply to figure it out. My point is, they had to do the work. I did it to myself, she added. This was my thought process, and I'll work hard not to think that way again. Fox News Digital's Angelica Stable contributed to this report.